All right. So I've dropped the link. Let's talk about it. If you want to call in, I've got a few minutes to burn. But in that meanwhile, Tia says a whole 30 days. I know, right? We had issues for the last 30 days. Gang want silent treatment. They probably didn't live together, right? They probably didn't live together, and suddenly he wants to say, "Oh," and then you moved on. Gentlemen, let me warn you. Okay, some people they're not gonna wait around for you for 8 years. I'm sorry. Jim, talk to me, Jerry. How far?
Hi, hello everyone.
Hello,
I
hello.
want to be in control of my voice today. I don't want to be so passionate because you're like, Jumia, I got so angry. I want but
Ah,
today is not too much, so there's no need to, be at the top of my
so
voice. So
we're doing Zen today.
feminine energy, resting in
Uh-huh.
my
Yes, I'm with you. Can't you see how did you see how I flew through my stories today?
I know, yeah.
So me too, I like Zen.
Oh
I
God,
don't like
yes.
problems at
I
all. And some people
know.
don't realize that they are toxic. So they will
Yes.
try to drag you into their situation. So
And again, Bro Ben is the one that always make my voice go so loud.
so if you blame it on Brother Ben, okay. You and
No,
him will face each
he's
other.
always coming for me. Okay, so what I will say concerning this
Uh-huh.
marriage of a thing is, even outside of them, anytime you're leaving one relationship to the other,
Yeah.
I think the goal is to just move on. The goal is not to let I will pepper them. You see, because a lot of people that act her when she was married at that time was, you see, they say single mother cannot see love. Is even single. Did you see who he now? It's
Hmm.
not about that. Because this one, honestly to God, what I was thinking at that time, I didn't know it would even be this very short. What
Mm-hmm.
was coming to my mind is there is no guarantee on what you are entering right now. Be
Yes.
calm, be gentle, just ride with it. Thank God you see a single guy that still finds you very attractive. Just
Mm-hmm.
right, but because they are in showbiz and all of that,
Right.
that attention give them oxygen and all of
It
that.
does. Yeah.
Because what you are entering, there is no guarantee of anything. Forever and ever is not guaranteed. So you
Yeah.
don't know, maybe in 6 months you will come back and they will be dragging you, or
And you
you
have to
will
swallow
spend,
all your
and
spit.
you will have to swallow everything, all the bragging that you're doing. It is not
Mm.
necessary. But I think it's because they are in showbiz. If it is just a normal person, I would have
Mm-hmm.
want it to be like, well, I'm living this now. I find this. Both of us, are we on the same page to say we are not preparing anybody? I want to
Mm.
know you. I want to get to know you. You want to
Mm.
know me. We want to build a family and we want to move on. But I guess that can never be the issue for all these showbiz people. They will still have to post picture, even
Mm-hmm.
if they are not saying anything by themselves. There are some people, I don't know how they always know that they unfollow each other. That,
No,
like, are you people
it's the
monitoring
bloggers that track that. The
spirits?
bloggers will track that.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
are they checking every day to say, oh, they are still?
Yes,
We have
now.
a lot of celebrity. This is crazy. We have it. How did they know? So you people know that there's eyes on you. And I know, and I think another thing again is, it might be, the leg might be shaking,
Mm-hmm.
but Queen might just want to be like, me that I've bragged for them that this will work. Let me just continue.
Yeah.
The guy might, I'm not saying the guy did this, but it might turn around to be like, I know you will not want to be ashamed. So
Yeah.
I will kind of want to have you in a choke hold. You cannot cry and you cannot leave. But some ladies
Mm-hmm.
don't care. If you do
They
nonsense, I'll
don't.
leave you. People will just shout and they will keep quiet. Another story will come out. So really,
Mm-hmm.
we don't know what is going on. But for me, I would have loved that from the beginning when they started, they didn't make it look, because it kind of like give power to single mother at that time to say, see, we can find love and all of that. See our role model. Queen kind of
Right.
like become a role model for them at that time. Whereas this new one is like a journey. You don't know how far it's gonna take you.
Yeah.
you know Now she has to come out and dance to the music of VDM and all those that were
Right. There was VDM.
Dragging.
I don't think VDM has
He didn't
gotten a.
have time. No, I don't think he knew yet, or he's too busy with government problem. He hasn't
Yes.
had time yet because he will not let it go. That guy, nothing fly past. He will make sure. Did you see last time with his dirty singlet? God have mercy.
Which is what? With his dirty
Dirty
secret. Which one?
singlet. Video.
Oh, the one I played, or you talking about another video?
I said he's gonna wear his dirty singlet and set a ring light
Yes, now.
and come and be dragging. He won't let it go. But for me, I just think that we don't know. Maybe it's just for the wedding might even be for attention. It might not be real.
Yeah.
What can these people not do? Cause see, what celebrity cannot do does not exist.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to just
Well,
speculate. To say
tell me.
this is
Let me
the
ask you a
exact
question.
Problem. Okay.
Tell me. Remind me of the last fake wedding that I'm sure there's been one. Can you remind me of one fake wedding?
Oh, fake wedding.
Yeah.
Oh, it might not be wedding, but this Nkechi and his nonsense boyfriend, Tony in Canada and mine.
Okay, that one back then.
Yeah.
But wasn't that real?
It wasn't real. She came out to say it's not real.
Oh, she came out to say it wasn't real.
Yes.
Okay, but it wasn't a
She came out to say
wedding.
they were just dating. She was wearing wedding ring and all of that they got married. She came out to say they were married, but after the problem, I'm telling you, these people, you cannot trust everything they are saying because you don't know. It might be like agreement for her to just rain for a minute, or they can't. I don't know.
So that's why I'm asking you. That's why I'm asking you. I'm asking
So
for everybody
we've
now.
seen Nkechi Blessing. Is that her name? She
Yeah,
said they were
Nkechi
married.
Blessing never showed us a picture in front of a courthouse.
But she said they were married.
But that's what she said. I'm talking about a Sharon Oja type of situation, a Vicky James type of situation, or at least a photo in front of a courthouse. Toke Makinwa showed us a photo in front of a courthouse.
Oh yeah, so that maybe my suggestion might not be. It's still speculation. I'm not sure, right? I'm just saying that he might, because as this story is unfolding,
I'm just waiting for the time it gets to that, right? I'm waiting for the time to get into that, because I know people lie just with their mouth. Right?
Yes.
I know that one exists, but where I'm waiting for the day, because it might show up eventually. The day where somebody will actually go and wear wedding white gown and be in front of Ikoyi registry, or do a full-blown society wedding like Davido type, and then we find out that it was all a lie, right? I'm waiting.
And we haven't
for
seen
that,
but
we haven't seen that.
We hear with mouths to say this is what happened. I think it can only go two ways. Either the marriage now turn into what she cannot bear, and the guy is holding her ransom to say, I know you don't want to be ashamed, you can't go back, especially that the Lord Lambert is still dragging you with the child, or maybe she think the marriage will go one way and it's going another way. It can really be anything. But for me, what I would just say is, to anybody, even to myself, to everybody, when you're leaving one spot to another, it is not like to now, be dragging, because that journey, you don't know how long it will last. You don't, nothing is guaranteed really. Just focus on what you are doing at the time. And
right. So I get what you're saying there. Like, a lot of people, like, okay, so for example, I think she just, correct me if I'm wrong, because the summary I gave is essentially what I got out of the story so far, because usually there's some things that I might have missed, right?
Okay.
I thought she just announced that she's getting married, and then out of nowhere, Lord Lambert just, hello, we have a child together. Now she can announce that she has the right to announce that I'm getting married to my long-term boyfriend. It so happened that she had been with this guy long before Lord Lambert, but during their break or something, she had a baby for Lord Lambert. And especially for an industry girl, a very pretty girl, who for some reason a man thinks they can leave them alone for 1 month, and then she'll still be there. But anyway.
Yeah, no, now you're refreshing my memory. Yes, exactly. Because people now think that because she has a baby for you, she will always be there. No, she will not. If you guys are not dating, she has the right to move on. And again, that also reminded me again to say, maybe the break that they had that makes Queen to have a child for Lord Lambert, maybe this guy cannot get over it. remember the story that I shared with you just now.
Yes, that's a
He
good
might
point.
think that he can deal with it, but now in the process of marriage, especially that there's a child, if it
Yeah,
is just dating, some guy cannot even get over you just dating somebody else. Not to talk of
yes,
you having a child. Maybe as they now started the marriage, it now turns into something. Maybe this Lord Lambert is just calling every day, stressing her life. You know, some people are so petty. You know,
mm-hmm.
the reality now dawned on him that I'm not sure I can deal with it, or every little thing just draw them back to we were only on break. Now you go and have a child with somebody else. It might be coming up in that. I'm not saying it is, but it's a possibility. You know that the
Yeah,
guy would think he can handle, or the lady would think, but I already beg you. I thought you get over it. Then it kept coming up, and then that is really a huge possibility, I guess.
well, she seems like she has that effect on people. By the way, everybody go support Jum Jum. That's our YouTube
Oh,
channel,
thank you.
Beyond Beauty. Yeah. Um, she seems like she has that effect on. There's some ladies that have that effect on any man they get with. They have a hard time letting go. Now, Lord Lambert is a very well accomplished skit maker, comedian. Makes
Mm-hmm.
stupid amount of money in this YouTube and TikTok and streets, right? So he can get any girl he wants.
You want,
Now
yeah.
he might have thought that he could use money and say, I beg, and then he wasn't acknowledging uh, according to reports, he wasn't acknowledging her or their
Mm-hmm.
baby until
Yes.
she announced that she got engaged. This guy popped the question that he wanted to marry.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a woman, let me warn our brothers, a woman that took a break, and I don't know how she took the break because we haven't seen that story yet.
Mm-hmm.
Took a break from you, went and dated somebody else entirely, and then came back to you, particularly from a standpoint of you popped the question. move wisely, because
I wouldn't have suggest that they come back together.
people do it all the time, and they've done it successfully
It
too.
now depends on the individual,
Yeah.
because you actually can think that you can undo something
Mm-hmm.
until you get there to now realize that, well, this is not what I thought.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
It's
it's such a big deal. Like I said, some people that don't even have kids find it so, and some people will undo it effortlessly. Like that is how their mind is. Like, oh, that is our past. Let it be. Let us move on. Of course, we will have some, good stories, good testimony of those, and there will be some that they will just be bringing it up. And if you know the person you're
yeah.
dealing with brings things up every time, it's just so hard for them to let go.
Yes,
This
that's a
kind
big
of
deal.
thing, yes, this kind of thing will
Hmm.
not work, regardless of what they are saying.
That's
The way
that's a
they will
good
be
point.
showing up,
Yeah.
they will not be able to undo it, even though their heart want to undo it. But
Yes.
who they are cannot undo it.
Yes. Eventually, something might give or break. I'm not saying it's
Yeah.
not possible. I just say be careful with that. Make sure
Yes.
that if you're trying to do that, you're not shooting from, how do I say, you're not shooting from here. You have to be
From
shooting all the
emotion.
way from the
Yes.
belly. It has to be some
Yeah.
kind of work that has been done for
Yes.
you to be
And
able
both
to
of you
pull that
are
off.
actually even committed to the work.
Both has to be
It's
committed.
yes, to let you know
Hmm.
that this actually hurts me. It might take time. Maybe you
Hmm.
are you are more open and committed to
Yeah.
voicing your opinion to say, I feel this way. This is how this make me feel. And the lady is also gentle enough or patient enough to let him walk out of it, because it's not like, but you told me it's not easy. But you said you
Yeah.
forget. Yeah, I'm trying.
Yeah. That's
It's
why.
such
That's
a
why. So,
hard thing
so
to work with.
I've seen many stories, many stories of people trying to get back, like a man trying to get his girl back, right after he lost
Mm-hmm.
her. That's why
Mm-hmm.
when I talk here, people think I'm talking about real life stories
Yes.
of men that have not paid attention until they lost the woman.
Yes.
So when I say you go collect and you say, but how to she lost him now? No, Baba, they hear. I'm saying he
No, but
got
you know there.
dumped. He got dumped, and then he now woke up and then suddenly want to do the work.
Yeah.
This is how the human mind works. Anything that's readily available, you take it for granted. Women too can collect in that manner, but I'm just saying, I'm
It's
talking,
both ways.
it's both ways. So when you are the one that have been dumped, you get obsessed because rejection
Mm.
breeds obsession, right?
Yes.
So even though you might want to pop the question, want to make this person the love of your life, you might not mean what you are saying. It might be
Same
your emotions
emotion at the
that's
moment.
that's playing, right? So the other person that rejected you already went through that phase. They know that what we have is not working, right?
Yes,
They've already
yes.
gone past. They've been through that, even when you were not paying attention. They've been through that. They've been there, done that. They've been warning you. They've been saying, "Hey, this guy, this thing." They tell you, "Hey, you know, what do you mean I'm controlling? That's what's wrong with you, women. You don't want to." They have been warning you, but you are saying no. It's just modern women that didn't want to
Yeah.
pay attention. But now you want modern woman after she dumped you.
Yes. Another thing that comes to my mind is this King David that came back. There's a reason they go on break. They probably didn't handle that.
They didn't
very
deal
well.
with the
To the
issues.
end, to the
They
to
try
the
to
root
fix
of
it with the question, will you marry me?
Will you marry me?
Yeah.
It won't go away. If you don't get to the root of the issue, it will keep coming up. Maybe, in fact, it might not even be because of the child that make them go their step. It might be the reason why they go on break that keep popping up to say, "Oh, but I thought we work on this." No, you people did not work on it. So now they're having issues. So I mean, it's not new. Yeah, this is giving perspective, different. It might be the reason why they went on break before. That now they haven't dealt with it as they thought. Like, oh, this moment of love is really. They come back, sex. What do they call it? Make up, sex, and all of that. That eventually led to the marriage. Now you are in a real world. Whereby the emotion is all gone, requires you to work.
Or you have a different type of emotion, because now at least one person is feeling like they're being taken for granted. Like, after all I've done, you ever heard, after everything I've done for you? What was that story recently?
Yes.
Fred Amata, right?
So
after, I lowered my ego for you. I popped the question.
I did all
the
of
right
this.
thing, right?
I created that show. That man was really hot.
Yeah. So remember, we're talking about that with Fred Amata. So you have to, when you don't want to come back and say, I did this, I did that. You want to make sure that person has earned you, even if you're the one that initiated the work, that got you to fix things, because people do rekindle things. In fact, I sell that, but I'm saying we cannot do it from a surface place.
There is a work to be done.
There's work that needs to be done.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that's what's going on with that's why he still went into the comment. The guy went into her comment. She unfollowed him. She unfollowed King David. Guy went into the comment and left minds with an emoji. And then that comment was deleted.
If they actually can be real with themselves, I think they have real feeling for it, especially the guy that kept coming back. If they have good person to work with them, I think they have good chance of working together. But it will not just come as our feelings brought us back together again. No, feelings cannot sustain it. Real work would do that. Not this one that is dropping emoji up and down. Uncle, go and sign up somewhere.
I beg. I beg. So it's a very dicey thing. Now, so one, King David, right? Because now we're not talking about Lord Lambert. Lord Lambert did his own damage. Hopefully it's moved on.
Yeah.
But King David, who is the good guy, when they say Mr. Nice Guy is always finished last.
And I hate this story for him because, like I said, he gave hope for all these single moms to say you having a child does not mean you cannot find someone that's even single for that matter. But all of this is so cute if you cannot undo it with work, with real commitment. It's not that easy.
No, it's not easy. It's not easy because you gave so much emotionally. You tucked in your ego to allow a woman who has gone to have a baby with another man. You allow that person into your world. You're going to have moments where you're questioning.
It's a lot.
Okay, forget you have the moment where you're questioning. That woman is not going to be perfect still. She will make boo-boo sometimes. And you'll be very quick to say, you feel entitled.
And did you know this is why some men will say they cannot deal with a woman that has, because they will think that you will be connected with that guy forever because you have a whole child. This is not like you have to be very mature.
You have to be
deal
super
with issue like this.
mature, emotionally mature. That is. They did the whole wedding, see now.
It's not about that. Wedding one day.
No,
Mm.
no, I'm just saying. I was wondering if they
Mhm.
actually did events and stuff. They did that, you know.
They did, yes, they did. They did.
Mm-hmm.
With the daughter is even dancing and all of that. Yeah, I saw all that, and I was really genuinely happy for her. But at the back
Mm-hmm.
of my mind, I'm like, all these people that is hyping you, it's not about that though.
Welcome, gracious greatness.
All these people that are hyping you,
Mm-hmm.
when the real business, come up, they will not be there. So you really want to be focused and make sure
Everybody
that you
will
guys
move.
are yes, you are doing what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, everybody move. Yeah. So I'm just gonna. So what do you say? Let me get your last word. What do you say to all the mercies out there? You're a fine girl. You have no problem attracting um people who want to fall by mistake into your kwekus, right? In
Mercy
fact,
or Queen.
Mercy, Queen Mercy. Her name is Queen
Okay,
Mercy.
okay.
So what do you say to someone like Queen Mercy? Because I understand that you, because as a woman, the
Mm-hmm.
butterflies, he
Yeah.
popped the question. You're in love,
Oh, let's
right?
do this. Let's have it.
Let's have it. Let's have it. Right? You're in love. You know. What do you say to people like Mercy?
For me, I mean, especially based on my own experience, it's not just about, of course, they will say your beauty and all of that will attract a man, but your character will sustain it. Not just
Facts.
only your own character, the character
Mhm.
of both of you, will sustain whatever it is that you have. Anybody out there that they know that even with, let's say you have 10 children, it's not hard for men to approach you. You just want
Mm,
to make sure that you get to the root of what are we doing. It also depends on your goal, what you want. Is it just
mm,
casual or is it a real thing? You want to make sure that every hard conversation is hard before you move on to say, oh, we are now saying, oh, we have a wedding to plan.
mm,
Because everything that you guys are supposed to talk about, if you don't talk about it, will eventually pop up during the wedding. And
mm,
I hope that it will not be too much to actually destroy what you guys have, because those conversations, they are hard, but they are very essential to have. They are hard. I'm trying to use my American English very well.
mm-hmm,
Or they are hard, only,
mm.
but they are so essential
Only.
to have because they are that strong like that. So you don't have problem attracting men, good for you. That is one step ahead, right? But you want to make sure that you divine the goal. Like,
Yeah,
what are we
that's just
doing?
surface level. We need to do the
That
work.
is surface level. There's
Yeah,
so much ahead of it. Like we see now. When did they get married? Was it not last year?
March.
March of last year.
No, this year.
What?
Yes, now.
What? That is too close. That is too early to be
There's
hearing about
so many
them.
of this going on, even in
It's too
churches.
early.
There's so There's so many of this
What?
going on, even inside of churches.
I know.
Okay, so
I
we
know.
definitely need to continue to talk
Ah,
about this because
it is not just
uh
about the attraction.
yeah, it's not just about the attraction. If somebody is coming back into your life,
There's a reason they live in the first place.
just remember there's a reason why they left
There's
or
a
you left.
reason.
Just remember that. Yeah.
Like for my own issue, let me put on myself on the platform again because I'm that good like that. See, I have left like 3 different times, and each time we come back together.
Uh-huh.
For the first 1 month to be so good, I'm like, okay, why did I leave in the first place? Before 1 month end, I see the reason why I left. It's right in
Mm-hmm.
my face. Like if we are unable to reach to the roots, and we were both like both all this nonsense that they used to say, a wise woman build her home, uncle give me
Mm,
something to build with, we will build together. It
right.
requires the effort of both of us. If we are unable to reach that compromise to say, this is what I'm doing, actively working,
Mm,
regardless, I believe that there is no situation that we both cannot undo if we are both involved.
mm.
No, nothing. But I mean, it is what it is. I hope they overcome. Like I believe they have chance of working, because for this guy to keep coming, dropping
Mm-hmm.
love emoji, there's something there. That is real emotion. I mean,
Yeah.
I think he's too emotional. He's
Yes,
not thinking with
emotional.
his head.
He's not thinking.
He's not thinking with his
He's thinking
head.
with the wrong head at
Because
least.
people will screen screenshot your comments. You know, share. This is social media.
Yeah.
Think with your head. Go get help. Both of you sit down. If there's something tangible there, work and sustain it. It's not
Mm-hmm.
you playing dodgy around. We see your comment, you think you delete it. People already munch it or whatever they call it. So I
Right.
think there's something here. If they're able to, find someone to help them work. And if I know I've been Mercy also like it or
Mm.
want to work on it, because it's not enough for the guy to want to keep it. She
Mm.
will also want to have the same thing. Like if their goal is still aligned, I believe it's they I mean, I don't know what I know. We know what they let us know. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
All right. Good. Thank you so much. Now, one more question for you before we leave.
Okay.
I know you just kind of gave advice for him as well, but let's highlight that. What's the advice? Let's assume King David was your brother.
Oh, okay. I have two brothers.
You do.
I have two brothers, yes. And
Let me
anytime
let
I
me paint the
have
picture properly.
okay.
King David met a beautiful Queen Atang,
Okay.
right? But things have happened,
Mm.
and during a break, she had a baby with Lord Lamba.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine that name, Lamba.
Oh,
The
for the lamba, drop lamba anywhere. Oh, my the lamba ball away. Yeah.
and believe it or not, no matter how much they cap,
Oh,
that level
yeah.
of attention, they have monitoring spirits. She has at least 1 million
Mm-hmm.
followers.
Mm-hmm.
All those monitoring spirits, their opinions have an effect on them, on how
Yeah.
they move inside of that relationship. They will
Yes.
be reading, they'll be snooping. If they don't read it, somebody will bring it up to the surface. The worst of the worst comments for them, right?
Yes.
So it will affect your brother's ability to maintain his steez, his masculine frame,
Mm.
which will not be needed not only when things are good, but especially when there's crisis. Small
When
argument,
there's class,
your
yes,
mind
yes.
will go to, you feel
This is what people
entitled.
are thinking. Yeah.
You feel entitled to Queen and her being the
Mm.
perfect human being since you did her a
Mm.
favor by making her a wife. That would be the thought
Mm.
process, right?
Mm.
What's your advice for your brother, King David?
Hey, brother. Well, first of all, I have good relation with my two brothers. Like I'm in between both of them. I have oldest brother and I have a younger brother. So
Okay.
they see me like that little mom, you
Uh-huh.
know. Yeah, so let's say it is my younger brother. We talk anytime I tested her like, hey, we need to talk. He's scared already. Like this woman has come again. Over my
Yeah,
phone,
voila.
Bible for me. So let's say it's the one I want to talk to right now.
Uh-huh.
For me, regardless of, I will first of all let him know that whatever he wants to do, I will support him. Because at the end of the day, he's going to be the one to, this is his life.
Make a
I can
decision.
only, this
That's
is
true.
his life. He needs to make the decision. But this is what I think. So it is left to him to take it or not. But in this case, how did you feel about this lady? Yeah, the baby will be there forever. This guy will be there forever. Did you love her enough to continue life with her? Because I would want you to see this baby and Lord Lamba or whatever as a distraction. If you say you love this lady, can you boldly say that she loves you as well? So that it will not be like you are here investing all your heart, all your mind, everything, but she's out there doing something else. If both of you can boldly look each other in the eyes and say this is what we feel for each other, then you have a hard work to do, because people will talk. People will talk and they don't know what you guys are. So that anytime story comes out, for me, I always maintain the stand like they would want us to know what they want us to know, no
Yes.
matter how we dig.
So
Some things that we
they're
can.
always lying, basically, even if they
Yes.
don't intend to. Yeah.
Yeah. So I would tell him that if the feelings is mutual, it is not
Yeah.
just about what he feels.
Yeah.
Whatever you feel, does she feel it towards you? If that is the case, can you deal with seeing this child every time, especially now that you guys are moving abroad? It might not be of a problem so much. If you guys are
Yeah.
in the same Nigeria now, you often labor like maybe they are meeting somewhere, but both of you are in abroad. There's some level of peace there, because they will say that old fire will still catch fire.
Yeah.
But if the distance is so far that you know that you both can trust each other. So what I would want is, if you want her, this child is not enough. to let her go.
Yeah.
But if the feelings is not there anymore, you think you cannot do this, let it go. It's not enough to just waste your life on it, because at the end of the day, you will look back and regret. But if it's something you want to do, don't let people talk you out of it, because at the end of the day, you will look back and regret feeding into what people are saying. This is your sole decision. It is your decision at the end of the day. We couple with what the lady feels towards you. If you guys say, hold my hand, we are walking this journey together, it is very possible. That is what I would tell my
It's possible, but they need to do the work.
Yes, they will do the work.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Junjun. Thanks for elevating the conversation.
Yeah, I'm not para. I already said today I want to be in my feminine energy.
I think Chiye is listening from minutes ago. She's
I don't want to para.
She's catching up. You did well, Jare, Junjun.
Thank you.
All right, talk soon.
Yeah, bye.
All right, so that's game for all the different Queen Mercy, Atangs, and all the King Davids out there. I understand you're young, you're in love, you're trying to do the right thing, blah blah blah. I get it. In love only lasts for so long. That's the key. You have to actually have skill set around love. You might not listen to me until you've hit rock bottom, until you have some experience. Experience is still the best teacher. But I believe mentorship coaching goes a long way with this kind of stuff, especially if you have situations like you had a baby and then you're coming back together. Remember, like Jim said, there's a reason why it ended in the first place. It doesn't mean you can't come back together. It just means you have to make sure you do the work. Make sure you address what happened in the first place. And then you also have to address how you will handle issues into the future. Also understand that you will come off entitled if you took somebody back. There's a good chance you're making decisions from your place of emotions, and you have to make sure you do the necessary work in order to handle because crisis is inevitable, conflicts are inevitable. It's how you handle that separates the losers from the winners. So if you understand that, you'll be just fine. Chia says, I'm up to date. I'm referring to the parent, to your brother. Oh, to the brother. Yes, thank you, Jerry Chinyo. Do me a favor, hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications. We did some damages today. Yeah. Hit the like button, share, subscribe. Hopefully, you've been enlightened and educated. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Hey Prestige fam, show some love to the video. Hit like, subscribe, and share. Are you in Europe, America, and struggling in your relationship? From argument to abuse and trust issues, we're here to help.
Lola and I founded Prestige Marriage Academy to transform your story. With 20 years of friendship, 17 years of marriage, experience with navigating the ups and downs of marriage, and personalized coaching, includes 24/7 support. Ignorance is expensive. WhatsApp us at +1 732 305 8577 to book a free discovery session today and take charge now.
Don't wing it.
Join us in creating the love life you deserve.